Hey everyone, it's Haze, and in today's video we're once again going to be doing the Miraculous Monday meme review, where my friend Hedge finds me the very best Miraculous memes from across the internet and we just talk about them and have a fun time. However, because I'm live reacting to these memes that Hedge has found me, I don't know what I'm going to talk about yet, but I do usually end up talking about some ideas I have for season 5 as it goes forward. However, I haven't read the show Bible and I haven't seen the leaks, so if you have, I'm very happy for you, but could you please keep it to yourself? I don't want to know, and a lot of people watch me because they also don't want to know. So if you can't leave a comment without talking about the show Bible, I would rather you didn't leave one at all. Thank you very much, besties. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm slightly tired, okay? But I feel like I can still do a good video despite that, because often I find I am funny when I'm tired. So you won't be seeing this until Monday, or like whatever day you end up watching it. But I'm filming this today after transmission, so yesterday I did the transmission reaction, transmission commentary, edited it all, and I put up the Christmas tree. Then I had to get the bus to university because the trains here are on strike, and then I had class really late at night, then I still had work to do when I got home. But yeah, transmission was an amazing episode. I don't know what Hedge has prepared. He sent me this before transmission aired, but I'm still excited anyway, so let's get started. Okay, so first meme. You always do what your father tells you to. He is very protective of me. Meanwhile, Gabriel in the previous episode. Now, I literally just had this thought now. So, a lot of people, the sentimental deniers, have always been like, why has Gabriel never controlled Adrian prior to Miraculous, I believe. I believe that was the first time we really saw him do the ring twisty thing. And I always said, well, the amok seems to be in the ring Emily has. So because Felix takes the ring that Gabriel was wearing and he puts on the one that Emily has instead, and from that moment, from Miraculous, so he's been wearing that ring since Felix was the end of season 3. He's been wearing that ring up until the end of season 4, presumably. That's how he was controlling Adrian. However, spoilers for what episode? Protection. So skip ahead to the next meme if you haven't seen Protection. Natalie counter orders it, so I'm assuming that Natalie is wearing the ring Emily once wore because that's the ring Gabriel gave to her at the in Risk or Strike Back, I can't remember which episode, the season 4 finale. And then I would assume Gabriel is wearing the ring, his own ring, the one that Felix took because Felix gave it back to him in Strike Back. However, we saw in Protection that they were both rings seemed to contain Adrian's amok because Natalie gave him a counter order. So, whilst I am not a Senti Monster denier, I've only just realised that. Maybe this requires an entire video just so I can ask this question. But that's a valid... I only just realised that. I was trying to think more about the rings. I just suddenly came to me upon seeing this meme. It is a funny meme though. He's very protective of me. Yeets him. Like, Gabriel, like, well, after what happened in transmissions, like, he absolutely loves Adrian, but only if Adrian is, like, useful to him, do you get what I mean? So all his life Adrian's been useful as, like, a model and, like, his perfect son to show off. And the moment he stops being that in season 5, Gabriel seems to grow distant and tries to use him in transmission. Like, that's all Adrian really is to Gabriel. He's basically a tool for him to use. So, like, the same way in Cat Blanc is like, you better do as I say or I'm gonna hurt you. So, yeah. He's gonna need so much therapy after all of this. I just really want at the end of this, I hope because of the way Natalie's kind of getting a redemption arc, which I'm actually here for. I love it. I mean, I loved her before it, but now I'm like, yes. I hope Gabriel Babes goes to prison or something, and Natalie adopts Adrian, and it'd be fabulous. I'm not that I want season 5 to be over already because I'm enjoying it and I don't want my favourite TV show to go on a break, obviously, but I am excited for season 6, seeing the aftermath of everything. I can't wait, I can't wait. Okay, next meme. If I had a nickel for every time the theme of an episode involved wax statues, I've had 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Look, okay, I don't mind. Right, to be fair, I preferred Termination to Puppeteer 2, yeah, sorry, I forgot the name of it. It was less cringy, although I'm very happy to know that Adrian thoroughly enjoyed the time Marinette tried to kiss him, because I don't think anyone else in the fandom enjoyed it. But yeah, I like the concept of it. I like the concept. However, someone did say, and I haven't done my screaming session on Determination yet, because I haven't voted for it yet. I think the next one's on, it's on transmission, isn't it? Yeah. How, like, okay, so some of the Miraculous users use their own powers. So, is it the wax statue? So the ladybug one did, I think Rena did, and a couple of the others, but like, why didn't Alex do it? Like, I mean, when did they even have time to make a wax statue of Alex? No idea, but like, yeah, and if they all can have those powers, then why doesn't Gabriel Babes just bring those statues to life himself and use them? Even before, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have the ladybug, cat, bunny, or peacock miraculous. The peacock miraculous doesn't have a statue, but the other three do. So why don't you just use those three? Bring them to life yourself. This man, no logic. That's why I'm kind of like, I don't feel they should have been given the powers, because they're just a wax statue. They shouldn't be able to, you know what I mean? I'm not in agreement with that fully, personally. Okay, next meme. Remember that one scary planet? It gave you nightmares about, yes, but that was 5 years ago. Now let me sleep. Remember Ladybug and Cat Noir's child from Jubilation? That was not a child, that was a spawn of Satan. Right, okay. I see what you're saying. Because it was just a doll or dolls when they more got added. However, when I looked back at that, I didn't mind. Like, my first reaction to watching Jubilation was like, that's freaky, please don't do that. However, I think I said this in my review, I ended up being quite happy that they were just dolls, because can you imagine, like, that scene was already traumatic enough for the two of them, but can you imagine having to have these two teenagers plus the massive child audience, even part of the adult audience, because I would have been sobbing. Can you imagine how much more upsetting that would have been for absolutely everyone if the children they gave to Ladybug and Cat Noir had been like actual children, like real children, like Manon-sized children, or like August-sized children, and then they get them taken away from them? So yeah, whilst the dolls were probably one of the creepiest things I've seen in a kids show ever, I was glad they weren't real. You know, like, they were just dolls, they weren't like humans. Like, whilst that would have been cute to see at first, that would have been so traumatic. So I'm glad they were just dolls. Yeah, I think, yeah. Okay, next meme. It was so funny that Argos was like, death to all humans except my cousin's girlfriend. She can stay. Look, Argos is, he's a strange man, also the name of a shop in the UK. And every time I say that, everyone's like, it's also the name of like this Greek myth that has like eyes or something. I haven't looked into it yet, I don't know what it is. But I'm like, it's actually a shop in the UK, calm down. So a lot of Argoses, if you don't know, if you live in the UK, they used to have standalone shops, but Argos is owned by Sainsbury's. And so now they're putting, because of like the rent and stuff, they're putting all the Argoses inside Sainsbury's stores. So I haven't seen a standalone Argos shop where I live anyway in ages. Like, if I go in the Sainsbury's, there's one in there, but like an actual just Argos shop on its own, no. However, when we were in London a few weeks ago, I did see a standalone Argos shop, and I asked someone to take a picture of me in front of it. It wasn't a very good picture, so I didn't end up posting it, but I was thrilled, and everyone was staring at me because they were like, why is this insane girl taking a picture in front of an Argos? Like, I know tourists do weird things, and I know I'm from the UK. I mean, I'm technically a tourist in London since I'm from nowhere near there, but London, honestly, maybe it's just because I'm a northerner, genuinely feels like a different country. Like, not that I hate it, I like it, but like, it doesn't feel like the rest of the country. So if you've been on holiday to London, you're not British, you've been on holiday to London though, and then you're planning on coming back to go to different areas of the country, the rest of the country is not like London. Like, the surrounding areas, like immediately around London, will be like London-like, but everywhere else, especially like where I live in the north, which is really far away from London, London literally feels like it's a different country. It's strange. Actually, the whole south of the country feels like it's a different country. But I think that just speaks more to politics than anything else. But anyway, yeah, Argos. He's great. I mean, he knows Adrian would be heckin' depressed without her. So, yeah, although I am intrigued to know, I was about to say, why would Felix know they're dating? But I guess probably Adrian would post it on social media. I don't know, because it seems like Felix has been out of contact with everyone, but obviously we're also missing quite a few episodes before Emotion, so what do I know? Okay, so next meme. You really know what grinds my gears. Glue releasing season 5 episodes all willy-nilly. Actually, yeah, me too. I mean, it seemed that anyway, that transmission had been ready for a while. We got so many transmission spoilers. Remember that crazy like 3 days in June where we just got spoiler after spoiler after spoiler for transmission? And even then I still couldn't correctly guess what was going to happen in the episode. So it seems like it's been ready ages, and Tofu, who I also don't really get why they aired so many so quickly either, so this is to them as well. But like, we got up to episode 9, so transmission's been ready since the summer it seems. So why didn't they just go ahead and air transmission? I don't really know. So like, perfection on emotion, the only reason I can understand them airing them, and this is tenuous, is that they've both got songs in and they both have Kagami featured quite heavily. And that's it, because one's episode 12 and one's episode 18. They're so far apart. I don't understand why they aired them in the same day. I don't get that either. At all. Like, I can understand maybe more if they air Perfection 1 week than the week after they aired Emotion. Okay, fine, I could deal with that. But at the same time, why? Am I sad though that I've watched all these episodes? No, not yet. I don't feel like it's particularly spoiled anything for me yet. I don't know, maybe I'll feel a different way once we've got other episodes to fill them all in. But right now I feel okay about it actually. I don't know. But that's probably annoyed me the most, why they showed 12 and 18 on the same day, and I'm like, there was literally no reason for it. I don't know. I just don't think the networks understand yet that most of us are happy to wait. Like, I will watch it if you put out a new episode, but like, I will be really annoyed actually. Like, I know this last season they accidentally, well, it wasn't Glue, but it was people at Spectrum, accidentally released Risk. That was different. But to be fair, we were near the end of the season, I think. What did we have left? Was it Psychomedian? I think we had Psychomedian left. Cheelin, Penalteam, and then Strike Back. So we were nearly done. But I'll be pretty mad if a network decides to air whatever part of the finale before we get there. I would like, at the very least, to have the finale last. As in part 1 then part 2. I would like to have them last. Whether I have to wait like a month in between them, I don't mind, as long as those are the 2 episodes we see last, you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, we were doing really good. I know Tofu messed it up a little bit with episode 5, but like, I could forgive them for that. There's only one episode and we're going to see it a couple of days later. Why they couldn't just rejig the schedule, because obviously episode 5 was already ready. I don't know. I don't understand the logic. But Glue then just went threw it all out the window, which I'm really surprised they did, because Thomas Astruc said all the TV networks were like on board to get it airing in the right order this season, which I was like, oh, that's great, that's wonderful. Plus as well, Glue were a producer on the show. They've been a producer since season 4, I believe. Like, they have a vested interest in putting this out in the right order. So I don't get it. Okay, next meme. Gabriel, I'm getting tired of Marinette Dupain Cheng. She's starting to get in the way almost as often as Ladybug, the entire fandom. Oh, Gabriel babes. So I am pretty sure that Gabriel babes is going to be on Mask this season. I'm pretty sure they're going to win in some capacity, but then I feel like Lila for sure is going to become the next Hawkmoth. But does anyone else? Like, I kind of want Gabriel babes. At the very least, I wanted to find out that Adrian was Cat Noir. To see his reaction. I wanted to have an emotional reaction. All the other times he's been like, cool, my son's a superhero, time to manipulate him. You know what I mean? But whereas I want this time to him to get emotional, like all this time he's been fighting his own son, I'm hoping, maybe it's just because I want Gabe Nath to be a thing and I want the best for Adrian, I want him to have a healthy family life, is that I want Gabriel and Adrian to have some sort of relationship, and for Gabriel to have like a sad emotional response to what's all been happening. But I do also kind of want him to find out Marinette as Ladybug too. Not as much as I want him to find out Adrian as Cat Noir, but I just want to see his reaction. Without it getting rewound, obviously, and see how that makes their relationship grow. Actually, you know what? Oh, idea. So what I want, Gabriel babes, end of season 5. Maybe finds out Adrian is Cat Noir and gets arrested or something, I don't know. And then season 6, 7, 8, and maybe more if they had them, I don't know. But let's pretend up to season 8 is the end right now. So Lila is new Hawkmoth, and he hasn't found out, and Gabriel hasn't found out Ladybug is Marinette. But he does try to help Adrian with what they're doing. And then one day, like, he's trying to rebuild this relationship with Marinette, as in Gabriel is, because of the way he's been treating her this season. And then he suddenly finds out she's Ladybug and he's like, oh my god, it all makes sense! I'd love for that to happen. I don't know if it will. I'm actually really excited for Gabriel moving forward after this season. And I think what I want to do, maybe not for all the characters, but for like Adrian, Marinette, Gabriel and Natalie, and maybe Alia as well. I want to do, like, after the end of the season, like a big video analysing their character and relationships and how everything has progressed. Especially for Gabriel and Natalie. I think that'd be so fascinating. Even though some of you probably won't care, but I do! Okay, next meme. So Paris, whenever Adrian and Marinette start dating, just cheering. Everyone's just so delighted for them. I mean, I absolutely appreciate everyone's enthusiasm for their relationship. I love it because, you know, sometimes when famous people start dating, not that Marinette's famous but Joe Adrian is, like, they have a tendency to get jealous and like the other person who isn't famous like might get death threats. Like, I'm really into K-pop. If you're into K-pop as well, you'll know like the dating scandals, which I don't think should even be called scandals because it's one single person who starts dating another single person. That's not a scandal. That's normal. Like, if it was two people in a relationship and one of them started cheating on the other one, that would be a scandal for sure. But two people who are single, who like each other, who start dating isn't a scandal. And it annoys me to no end how much backlash whichever K-pop idol it is and whoever it is they're dating, whether they're a famous person or not a famous person. It's just absolutely ridiculous to me. Especially when the majority of K-pop songs are about love. I don't get it. I don't get it in the slightest. I just don't get it, so I do absolutely love Paris's enthusiasm. The enthusiasm of Parisians when these two teenagers start dating. So the final meme of the meme review is a viewer submission meme. As Hedge says on the screen, you need to join my Discord server, which is linked down below in the description box. And you need to submit your meme in the meme reviewer viewer submission channel in order to be within a chance of getting your meme in the meme review. So everyone will vote on it, but it has to be a meme you've made. If you've just found a funny Miraculous meme, you want to talk about it, we have a separate channel for that. But even if you don't want to submit any memes for whatever reason, joining the Discord server is still a fun time. I am in there pretty much every night unless I'm really ill or something. So it's fun, it's a fun time. So this week's winner was Becca, so I have come to make your dreams come true. Haze slapping Lila. There are so many characters in the show I want to slap, it's absolutely ridiculous at this point. Like, I was about to say I'm not a violent person, but I also used to do kickboxing and someone also asked me because I keep bringing up Natalie wrestling Gabriel. It's like, do I like wrestling and stuff? And I'm like, actually, yeah, I do. I don't like doing it myself. I'm not really a sporty person, to be honest. Like, I exercise to stay in shape, but I hate every single second of it. I only do it because I want to look nice and because it's good for me. Not because I'm like, oh yeah, like my youngest brother, he goes to the gym all the time. He absolutely loves it. And I'm like, could never be me. No way. Forget it. Can't do it. He loves it though. I'm not that kind of person. But I quite like watching wrestling, actually. But anyway, yeah, so many people in this show I want to slap. It's worrying at this point. So there you go, besties, that was the meme review for this week. I'd love to know what your favourite meme was, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!